Hello and welcome to another Freedom of Mind community choir session. It's good to have you with us. Today we're going to continue to learn the beautiful new song called A New Day, which was written in collaboration with our choir members, especially for Freedom of Mind community choir by Hannah as part of the Love Singing project. We're so excited to learn this beautiful song. So if you didn't catch last week's session, you might want to go back and have a look at that first of all before you take part in this week's session, where we continue with the learning we've already started. As always, we'll warm up our bodies and then our voices ready for singing first of all, and you can take part in the session seated or standing as you prefer. Today I'm going to demonstrate the warm-ups from a seated position, and then we'll get into working on a new day. So first of all, we're just going to stretch our ear down towards our shoulder. You can use your hand on your head to gently help with that stretch, and we'll just breathe deeply here. And then gently back up to centre. And we'll do the same stretch to the other side. And gently back up to centre. Now we'll just take our shoulders round in a little roll backwards. And now forwards. Good stuff. Now using the NG sound, which is like the end of the word sing, I'm going to draw a figure of 8 in the air. And if you can follow with your voice, as I move higher and lower on one breath, we'll make this figure of 8 NG. Here we go, deep breath in. And we'll breathe again, and let's try that a couple more times. Here we go. Okay, and for the last time. Good stuff. Now we're going to use the V sound now. Imagine yourself a little bit like an aeroplane that's taking off, and we're going to make 3 circles that get increasingly large. And we're going to try and keep the power and support through our V sound all the way. So again, we're going to move in pitch with your hands. So it's going to go like this. Give that a try with me. Okay, and let's do that one more time to finish. Good stuff. Now the next wee fun song we're going to do will help to work all those muscles that we use for articulation, and it will also start to stretch our voices as we sing words. The song is forwards and backwards, and you do literally what the words say. So the actions are forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and up and down and up and down and side to side and side to side and round and round and round and round and ready to start again. Okay, and we'll get a little bit faster and a little bit higher as we sing the song. I'm sure you'll catch on. Ready, steady, off we go. Forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and up and down and up and down and side to side and side to side and round and round and round and round and ready to start again. Forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and up and down and up and down and side to side and side to side and round and round and round and round and ready to start again. Forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and up and down and up and down and side to side and side to side and round and round and round and round and ready to start again. Forwards hope you enjoyed that one. Now I'll recap what we learned last time just very briefly. So we looked at the first verse and we looked at the chorus in the high part. Okay, so I'm going to recap the first verse first of all. I'm going to sing through the high part, then I'll come back to the middle and the low harmonies in the verse. So here's a wee recap of the verse. Morning rain blows against my window. There's something I can't see yet, something I don't see yet. Could it be hidden in the trees? A cooing in the dawn, a sudden gush of storm. Okay, so that's our first verse. Now, in the lines, there's something I can't see yet. The lower part we've got, there's something I can't see yet, something I don't see yet, and a cooing in the dawn, a sudden gush of storm. And in the low part, for those same lines, we have there's something I can't see yet, something I don't see yet, and a cooing in the dawn, a sudden gush of storm. Okay, and then we learned the melody of the chorus. So this is the high part. Ahead, ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly. Ahead, ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly, so proudly, it won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Okay, so what we're going to look at first of all is we're going to look at the harmony lines in the chorus. So if you're in the middle part, the chorus starts on the same note. Ahead, ahead is the high part over here, and you're going to go ahead, ahead, upstream, ahead, ahead, upstream. One more time. Ahead, ahead, upstream. Then we listen. The river flows proudly. And in the second half of the chorus, we have a little delay before we come in. So you hear the highs, ahead, and then we echo ahead, ahead. So ahead, ahead, ahead. Again, ahead, 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 upstream. So the whole part so far in the chorus goes like this. Ahead, ahead, upstream. Ahead, ahead, upstream. And we join in again here. It won't be settling, and the melody for the middles goes like this. It won't be settling. It won't be settling. Again. It won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. I will pause here before it begins. Again. I will pause here before it begins. So that whole phrase, it won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. It won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Well done. So let's sing the whole chorus now on the middle line. This is our starting note. Ahead, ahead. 1, 2, 3. Ahead, ahead, well. So singing in those same locations as the middles. I'm singing up in my register, and you'll probably be singing up in your own register as well, but you'll be down here. So for me, ahead, upstream, ahead, upstream, ahead, upstream, ahead, upstream. And again, we've got this delay the second time. Ahead, upstream, ahead, upstream. Again, ahead, upstream. And then it won't be settling. It won't be settling. Again, it won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. I will pause here before it begins. Again, I will pause here before it begins. So let's look at the whole of the chorus. Ahead, upstream, ahead, upstream. It won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Let's do the whole thing again. Ahead, upstream, ahead, upstream. Won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Let's just do that last line because I messed that one up. Here we go. It won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. And a wee reminder of the highs melody in the chorus. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly, so proudly. It won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Good stuff. Now let's try all that out with the three parts together, so you can sing along with the highs, the middles or the lows as you prefer, but we'll do the first verse and the first chorus just now with the full backing. Morning rain blows against my window. There's something I can't see yet, something I don't see yet. Could it be hidden in the trees? Echoing in the dawn, a sudden gush of storm. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly, so proudly. It won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Good stuff, well done. Now we're going to take a look at the second verse which is very similar to the first verse, but obviously with different words. So let's go through that, and we have an option for the middles to join in singing the melody along with the highs in the second verse. So this tune can be taken by the highs and the middles, and then we split into our usual harmonies for the 3-part lines. So here we go, my turn first. Towering trees stretching up and over, your turn now. Towering trees stretching up and over, this is the high line. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself. So 1, 2, 3. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself. And then we have the middle harmony on that line. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself. And the low harmony. If I could be here for you. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself. Okay, so let's sing from the beginning of the verse. We've got the highs in the middle, singing the first line. 2, 3, 4. Towering trees stretching up and over. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself, could it be where I plant my feet? Your turn now. Could it be where I plant my feet? High line. A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. And the middle line. A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. And the low part. A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. And then we've got another chorus, which is the same as previously. And then we're into the coda section, so the end of the song. And last week we went over the melody line for this. We looked at the middle part. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. Let's sing that together. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. And that repeats. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. So at this point, it's worth saying, so that's 2 times round. At this point, the highs and the middles both sing that melody together. So 2 times through that together. The lows don't come in the first time round, and the second time round, lows, you come in with a little counter melody. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices. Let's try that. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices. Let's do that again. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices. And then the second line. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. Again. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. One more time. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. So we've got on the horizon. I didn't do that correctly the very first time, so just to be clear, on the horizon. Again, on the horizon. The whole line from me. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. Together. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. Okay, so we've got the first time through. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. And that continues the second time, but the lows also join in now. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. Okay, and now we're into the third time through singing these words. And this time, highs, you're going on to a new part. So middles, you stick with this. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. And one more time. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. And lows, you keep doing your harmony line. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. And that repeats again. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. Okay, so while this is going on 2 times round, highs, you've got a new part to add in here at this third time round these words. You're going to move into a new day. So it goes, it be, you hear begins, a new day, off, a new day, and again, a new day, off, a new day. And we come off here a little bit shorter on the second new day when you hear on the horizon, off. So we're off on beat 3 there. Okay, so 2 lots round that for the highs, while the middles and the lows keep repeating the parts that they now have. So to summarise for that structure, we start the coda with highs and middles singing together. It begins with a choir of voices, and that whole phrase, up to horizon, repeats for a second time. And when it does repeat, this is when the lows come in with their harmony line. When we move on to the third time round, the middles and the lows keep going, but the highs move to a new day, and they do that again for the 4th time round. After we've done that, this is where we all move into a new day. So highs, at this point, you stick with a new day for the first line, and then a new day. Try that. A new day. A new day. Again. A new day. A new day. Okay. And in total, we're going to sing that phrase, a new day, 4 times, okay, at the end. And while you're singing that highs, middles, we're going to sing, a new day, a new day, a new day, a new day, and again, a new day, a new day, and for the fourth and last time, a new day, a new day. Okay, and lows, I've got a really fun part here at the end, so you hear lows, you hear, and then you come in, a new day, a new day, a new day, a new day. Okay, so again, you're going to sing 4 of those. A new day. And the fourth one is the last one that we sing. Now, this is quite ambitious, but I thought what might be nice is just to let you hear the whole song with all the parts, and then next week what we'll do is we'll go through each part with the full backing track. Okay, so just for today, don't worry if you don't get all of it at once, but to let you hear the full song, you can join in with as much or as little as you like today, but let you hear the full song with all the parts present. We'll sing through it once to finish. I'll join the middles throughout this time.
Morning rain blows against my window. There's something I can't see yet, something I don't see yet. Could it be hidden in the trees? A cooing in the dawn, a sudden gush of storm. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly, so proudly, it won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. Towering trees stretching up and over. If I could be so brave and reach beyond myself, could it be where I plant my feet? A vision that has grown, a breath of the unknown. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly. Ahead, upstream, the river flows proudly, so proudly, it won't be settling. I will pause here before it begins. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. It begins with a choir of voices, a million choices I could make. The air is fresh and the sun is rising on the horizon. A new day, a
you've enjoyed that as much as I did. Hopefully, start again. Hopefully we'll start again next time, and we'll take some more time to look at each of the 3 parts on their own and then together to get really confident with this song. So look forward to seeing you again next week, and I hope that you find the session has made you feel good, because that's why we sing at Freedom of Mind Community Choir. Music makes us feel good. Hope it has for you too. Take care. See you next time.